in good form, leading a horde of four-wheel drives to set second fastest time from Alexander and Steve Knight in the Mitsubishi Electric Evo 6. John Falk found the conditions a little slippery and went off. But the real surprise in the last few moments of qualifying was Peter Floyd, who picked the right moment and put the HSV on pole 1.6 seconds ahead of championship leader Brett Peters.
It is a bit of a surprise.
For a start, away they go. Peters gets away well in the four-wheel drive. So does Steve Knight. There's Floyd and Knight together. Alexander in the middle, and it looks like, yes, Steve Knight's unfortunately gone off.
Well, he bought that one. I was thinking Floyd on pole position. Not a good run down to the first corner, and another one gone.
Alexander caught up in it again, so they all going to miss him at turn 2. Let's have a look. Graham Alexander, the wrecker from Geelong, now gets away in car 57, right at the back of the field, but certainly right at the front. Look at this, Brett Peters in the Century Battery Subaru, and Peter Floyd on a charge.
Absolutely haunting him as they go through this fast sweep. But let's have a look at the start again. Two of the all-wheel drive cars getting ahead of Peters off the line, and then one, Knight, just turning into him and really buying a whole pile of trouble.
Damien White joining us in commentary, fresh from the Quirks Refrigeration V8 Group Race. Damien, your call on that one?
Well, I actually think, Will, that you maybe misread that there. I think that Alexander's actually turned Knight around, and then 2 corners later, still on cold tyres, he's turned himself around.
No, in fact, I think he got tagged from Dave Woodbine. Look at that replay.
Well, I got it wrong too, Will.
So they're all in it. Again, you look at the replay from Graham Alexander, the field goes past. So a very interesting first 2 or 3 corners of this round of the Australian GT Performance Championship. Jeff Hall in car number 6 on screen at the moment. That's the Mitsubishi Evo 7. And this is Peter Floyd, second on the road at the moment. Brett Peters in the Century Battery Subaru currently leading.
Yeah, chasing Peters, closing on him under brakes, but that's a bit deceptive because as they slow, they get physically closer together. Peters leaps out of the corner pretty well in that all-wheel drive turbo, but Floyd does too. Good little three-way battle at the front end of the field here.
I think Floyd would be loving these conditions. We all know that he loves hanging it out on the line as he throws it down the inside. Peters did a great job there, gave him just enough room, a little bump and grind, but nothing to worry about. But Floyd will be reveling in these conditions.
Fall's a big mover too. In fact, he's come through from 6th on the grid to be now running 3rd on the road. This is Alexander on his way back through the field, giving Dennis Gilbert a nice old serve.
So nudges readily available, an enormous number of hits in the early laps of this 10-lapper here at Wyndon Raceway.
Normally you can blame the conditions of the track for the bump and grind that's been going on, but I think these guys are just a little bit too impatient.
Bob Pearson also coming through the field too in the Mazda RX-7. Very fast in practice, had problems in qualifying. Floyd's out on the grass. In fact, it's very wet, slippery, and he's paid the price. Peter Floyd turns it around, unfortunately, putting a lot of pressure on Brett Peters.
Wondering when it was going to come to a halt, actually.
Good on you, Floyd. I've just said that you're reveling in the conditions and you go and dump it in the grass.
Now Jeff Falls moved into 2nd spot. Dave Wood up to 3rd, so it's pretty much four-wheel drive territory now at the front of the field. Floyd will have to come back through the field, but Brett Peters, the reigning champ, went into this round pretty much in command. 445 points, 2 wheels through turn 1. Floyd running 2nd in the series. Let's have a look at the replay, and you can just see he steps out the rear end, gets caught on that wet bit of track, and once he's on the grass, he's just going for a ride.
A big lose and a big car for Peter Floyd. He really was too fast right in the middle of that corner, got onto a bit of opposite lock, was driving it well, but that grass never was going to let him off.
So Peter Floyd, 2nd in the championship on 340 points coming into this round. Again, the onboard on top of the roof gives a great view of exactly what happened to this magnificent 300 kilowatt Commodore as Floyd turns it around on the grass. Stay with us, folks. More from GT Performance right after the break. Redcliffe driver Brett Peters continues to lead in the Century Battery Subaru. Jeff Full trying to chase him down. And of course, Dave Wood now coming through in car 16, the Clean Duct Subaru, the later 2002-2003 spec car.
The cruel thing of all that is that the guys who got the good traction, who didn't go wide and who didn't have to keep up their corner speed, were the guys that could have rescued that situation.
Harry Morecambe, also in a 300 kilowatt Commodore, in trouble. 2 wheels on the grass. He's gone. Oh, Pearson's gone too in the Mazda RX-7 and clouts the wall pretty hard. So hard to pick up what triggered that one. But,
Well, Mark King was following closely behind Pearson then, and maybe Pearson see what happened ahead and backed off or trailed the throttle, and perhaps Mark's just given him a gentle nudge.
So let's see if we can pick it up. You can see that King has just tagged the back of Pearson's RX-7.
Well, that's exactly what happened, Craig. We saw the brake lights come on, and that's a big hit.
And two wheels pretty much up in the dirt there too. He hit a little embankment there in the grass and was very lucky not to roll the car. Watch it now on the replay. And 45-degree angle. Was lucky to keep all four wheels on the grass, but unfortunately plenty of damage to the Mazda RX-7.
Well, if I had radio contact to my boss, Peter Boylan, now, I'd be saying, look out, Alexander's hit a few, and Floyd trying to make his way back through the field. He's not mucking around either.
So again, trying to fight the wind and track in this magnificent 300-kilowatt Commodore. And of course, Damien, really is perfect four-wheel drive territory this morning. It's
explain a few things.
No, I like to leave it all on the track, and if the stewards want to do something, that's their business, but I won't play any part in it.
Hi, I'm Dave Wood, driver of the Clean Duct Subaru. Hope you're enjoying the New Look Speed Week.